Okay, what do we have here? I genuinely don't know. Oh, now we're talking. All right. Innovv has released, wow, that's a lot of blood. There's a road that leads right out of town. Okay, a minor snafu while opening the package. I was using this knife, which is very, very sharp, and I basically hacked off the top of my thumb. So, now that that's all sorted, the bleeding has been stopped. What came in this particular box was the Innovv N3 itself, a sunscreen which can be purchased through Innovv but is not included in the base price, and this little carrying case for the Innovv. Now one interesting thing that I've noted is if you have the sunscreen on the Innovv, it does not fit in here. This carry case is Innovv only. If you're the kind of person that doesn't like leaving your screen on the bike, this is a nice little thing to have. What you can do is put the little dummy plate up here and keep it there until you take this off, and then you just pop that back on the GPS cradle, and off you go. Compared to the Innovv N2, you can see they're about the same width, but the N2 is definitely a little bit taller. On the bike, I don't think that'll bother me at all. What I've also noticed is that the new unit, the N3, is a little bit thicker than the N2. The N2 sat a little bit more flush in the cradle. This one doesn't sit quite as flush in the cradle, which is a shame. I did really like that. But let's go down to the bike and see how it all works out. Right, so one thing I like right off the bat is you can see that this screen does not exactly replicate this screen like it did on the N2. I thought that was a weird choice by Innovv. Looks like it offers about the same things, amount of kilometers I have left in range, the amount of lean angle the bike is at. That's the oil temperature, tire pressure monitoring, how many liters of fuel I have in the tank. That's interesting. That's a new one. I wonder how accurate that is. Then we have these things across the bottom. That one shows some maintenance info. Going back, let's see, we have a settings, language, reset, GPS. That's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Does that show you what your actual latitude and longitude are? That would be really good if you got into an accident out in the bush somewhere. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. That's interesting. Okay, storage, that's only relevant to people with the cameras. Display and volume. Looks like, oh, that's neat. Wallpaper. What's that about? Let's see what happens if we do that. Nothing. Okay, what if we go back to the main screen? What about then? Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, moving on. The camera button, I assume that's only going to be for people who have the one that has the cameras attached to it. And finally, the connection. Turn on the phone's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, find this device Bluetooth name, wait for it to pop up on your phone, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's do it. So in Bluetooth, N3, starts with N3. I don't see, oh, there it is. Down under other devices. So we are connected. Wait for it to pop up on the phone. There we go. Connect to CarPlay. What's new in CarPlay? Widgets, great. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is a much higher resolution screen than on the N2. That's interesting. I wonder how hard it'll be to see these guys while driving, because they're pretty small. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's definitely better. Having this map area be bigger and the player area be smaller is a big improvement. I like that. Well, I'll tell you what, the maps look better on this. All right, how about if we go back to that home screen? I wanted to go to the settings and go to here and see if we can see how much brighter it goes. All right, well, that looks pretty bright, but it's kind of hard to tell how much brighter that's going to be. Like, it's not blinding me or anything. So I think we're going to have to wait for tomorrow and then get on the bike and go for a ride in the hot Queensland sun. Sound like a plan? Let's do it. Right off the bat, I will say I can see the screen from the N3. Good Lord. You will spot that bike coming. All right, now the sun is behind the clouds, which makes it less of a test, but it should come back out in a second. So while we're waiting for the cloud to come out, I can still see a really clear reflection of my helmet. The N3 seems to be bright enough. Ah, one of these things. How you doing? Yep, you ride something weird. Now, oh, there we go, sun is back. And now it's making the reflection worse, but I can still actually see the screen. It seems to be bright enough to overcome that. That's good. I can probably angle this a little bit to ameliorate that effect. I'm going to be testing this over the next couple of days. I'm starting a new job tomorrow. This job is going to have me commuting into Brisbane. That's an hour and a half in each direction. That should give me a pretty good feel for this thing. Oh, this will be good. The sun's going to be behind me here. Yeah, I can still read that pretty easily. Let's pull over here, take a look at things. Yeah, what if I turn that off? Yeah, I think that's going to be better. That'll probably mess it up in my car, but who cares? Oh, something else I'm testing. I'm testing some new settings on the camera. How does it look to you? I did have this set at 1 to 120. Right now it's set at 1 to 200 because I feel like that was a little too dark. It wasn't letting in quite enough light. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, B-roll, anybody? Oh, I think this is past the first test. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll ride into Brisbane and see how it goes then. And here's the bad part about commuting east in the morning. Bam, right into the sun. Oh, man, that sun is really going to be fun to commute into. So this is the second part of the test of the Innovv N3, the successor to the N2. If I was using the N2 right now, I would be having a hard time. I'd be able to see the screen. I'd be able to see the line saying where I'm supposed to go. I would have a hard time being able to read that, and this here would be just about invisible to me. But right now I can read it all just fine. So there's a few things that I want to test out on this device. One of them is, of course, the screen brightness. The other thing is on the N2, and this was probably just a firmware issue. This is probably something Innovv will fix with a firmware upgrade. Is when I would leave the focus, when I would switch the focus from the TFT dash up to the Innovv, if I left the focus on there for too long, the cursor would get a little twitchy and it would start to just move around on its own, and it would change screens on me. It was a little annoying. So what I would do is I would put the focus on the N2, use the scroll wheel and whatever else I had to use, and then put the focus right back on the TFT screen. That was a workflow that worked pretty well. I gotta say, the touchscreen works very well on this. So interestingly, with the N2, The biggest issue that I had was when I was riding into the sun, because the sun would reflect off my helmet, and you know, I would be able to see a mirror image of my helmet in the screen of the N2, because it's a glossy screen. This is a glossy screen too, and I can see my helmet right now, but I can still read everything. I can easily read that. It's a little harder to read the smaller print right now, just because that's where the helmet's really reflecting. I'm going to angle this up a little bit, and hopefully that will take care of the reflection issue. Okay, I can still read how many meters it is until this police camera. I just noticed, so on Waze, it says the speed that you're going there, and if you're going over the speed limit, it puts a little bubble up right there that lists what the speed limit is. And I just noticed I can read that little bubble. That's good. That's a good sign. On the N2, I could not read that at all. Hey, if you're enjoying this video or this channel, do me a favor. Just watch the video all the way to the end. Or leave it playing and walk away. Whatever. Just let it go all the way to the end. That helps the channel more than pretty much anything else. With the Innovv passing all of my tests during daylight hours, I wanted to test something else on the way home. I had noticed with the N2 that sometimes if I left the focus on the N2 instead of on the TFT screen, if I left the focus on the N2 for too long, the cursor would kind of get nervous. It would start jumping around, and sometimes it would actually change the screen on me. I'm pretty sure that was nothing but a firmware issue, but it was still annoying. So I wanted to see if the N3 was doing the same thing. So on the commute into work and all the way home on the commute home from work, I left the focus on the Innovv screen. Now, in case you don't know, what I mean by the focus is using the menu button on the R1300GS, you can set it on the dash and then use the multifunction wheel to control things on the dash, or you can switch it to the navigation unit, which in this case is the Innovv. So leaving the focus on the Innovv for a whole commute in, which is about an hour and 45 minutes, and then a whole commute home, which is a little less than that, I didn't see one single instance of the cursor getting twitchy the way it did with the N2. So how does the Innovv N3 in the end compare to the Innovv N2? Well, to make it simple, I'm going to be going with this one. I'm going to be going with the N3, and the difference is the readability. Is it perfect? Maybe not. I do like the extra size that the N2 has, but I think in the long run, I'm probably not going to notice it all that much. Now, if you're getting it for something other than the BMW R1300GS, or you're getting it for a GS, but you don't really care about using the multifunction wheel, then maybe you go with one of the other versions of the N2 that do go up to 1200 nits. Like if you're using the one that has the integrated camera function, maybe this is the way to go for you. But for me, the multifunction wheel is really important to me, so this is the one I'm going to go with. Thanks so much for coming along, and I'll see you next time.